What's good, family? Welcome to episode 38 of Stack Sats or Die Trying. This is the Bitcoin only show brought to you by the Hood and the Black Wealth Rebels. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. First off, as we start off every show, salute to everyone who left a comment, like, subscribe based upon the last episode. Special shout out to everyone in our Patreon, all of our soldiers, man. Shout out to all the Black Wealth Rebel soldiers. If you're watching this in the Patreon, congratulations, because you got this early. That's right. Stack Sats or Die Trying is out early every week within our Patreon before it drops up on the YouTube. If you watch on the YouTube, salute to you as well. Make sure to subscribe not only to By the Hood, but also the Black Wealth Rebels page. And for those who don't know what the Black Wealth Rebels is, that is a new project featuring myself, my brother Corey from By the Hood, and Kamari Ellis, the Finance Rebel. We've come together to create a platform to do a lot of community work, as well as spread all of our knowledge, use our skills and abilities to talk about Black wealth. But, the Patreon, you find that at blackwealthrebels.com. We do have a free tier. Please go over there and just, sign up for the free tier if nothing else. If you want to contribute, that's appreciated as well. You do get bonus and extra content for that. With that out the way, today I want to have a special conversation, man. I was going to ask the question, is it possible to have too much Bitcoin? That's a dumb question. No. But what I do want to say is, as you're going through this journey to becoming a stacker, because I always talk about stacking sats as being a lifestyle, right? What you want to make sure is that you do it with a purpose, and don't go as far as start to deprive yourself from living life. I'm gonna tell you why I came to this conclusion or wanted to make a show about this specific topic. The reason is I was on Reddit and I saw a thread on Reddit that made me really start to think. And it wasn't just based on the thread, it was based on some of the comments in the thread. As a matter of fact, let me read the thread for you and then we can get into this conversation. This is in the Bitcoin subreddit. It's from necessary_flounder_7. He says, I'm never selling. Listen up. I'm not just holding Bitcoin. I'm building a lifeboat in a sinking economic shipwreck. Every paycheck, I'm converting fiat into sats like I'm preparing for a financial apocalypse. Why? Because the game is rigged and Bitcoin is the cheat code. Look at the landscape. Governments are printing money like it's monopoly cash. Inflation is eating middle-class wealth faster than a piranha convention. My kids are inheriting a world where a decent house costs multiple lifetimes of salary. Nation states are buying Bitcoin. The smart money isn't just watching, they're loading up. MicroStrategy, BlackRock, they're not making investments. They're building economic bunkers. I'm living below my means. No fancy dinners. No useless subscriptions. Every extra dollar is a Bitcoin purchase. While my peers are financing depreciating cars and buying the latest iPhone, I'm stacking sats like my family's future depends on it. Because it does. This isn't just an investment. It's a generational reset button. A financial middle finger to a system designed to keep us perpetually broke. Not selling ever. So I don't disagree with a lot of what the gentleman said, right? But what was interesting is seeing some of the comments on that thread of people saying like, yo, I'm not paying my bills. I'm foregoing vacations. I'm working 7 jobs and I'm missing time with my family, but I'm more concerned with their future. Like I saw a lot of things that made me think like, man, look, stacking sats is a lifestyle, but you still have to keep things in perspective, man. Like you still have to enjoy life. Now, I'm not talking about being one of those folks that I get telling me all the time people come to me and say, yo, I need help getting my money together. So we'll sit down, create a budget, see the income they got coming in, see what they have going out, just basic things, right? Because I think the basic things are what really help when it comes to building wealth, right? Getting the basic things such as budgeting, increasing your income, learning how to save in general. Those are the foundation of wealth building. And what I hear a lot, and I've heard this so many times that I just laugh every time I hear it is, I work hard. I got to treat myself. And by treat themselves, they mean buying a car they can't afford, having subscriptions they can't afford, doing things they can't afford. I'm not talking about being that person. But when you start talking about, yo, I'm not paying my bills, I ain't going there, beloved. Listen, man, all my bills is paid.
When I pay my bills are paid.
Because I still want to enjoy life. I do want to stack sats. I do believe in everything that gentleman said in the post, But at the same time, yo, I'm gonna be on vacation, yo. Like,
hey, Coleman!
Yes?
What should we do about lunch? The lobster or the cracked crab?
What do you think?
Can't we have both?
Why not? Dimitri, sir, lobster and cracked crab for everyone.
Extra primo good, Mr. Coleman, sir.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things I'm just not going to deprive myself of doing. If that means I don't have as much stats as the next, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, I feel like when I work on my skills and increase my income, that will enable me to then have more sats. See, the one thing about Bitcoin, right? And we could probably do a whole show on this, is Bitcoin teaches you not just about, saving or stacking money. It's about proof of work when you start to get into the technological standpoint of Bitcoin. And proof of work is important. And it kind of had a paradigm shift to me because it made me think about what value I'm adding into the world. And should I be spending more time working on my skills to increase my income, so therefore I still can do the things I like to do, and create a system where I'm stacking sats. That's also the beautiful thing about the system and the plays that I run, because I'm using the Fold card. I'm using River. So therefore my cash I have sitting idle is creating Bitcoin for me. Every single purchase I make, I'm getting Bitcoin back one way or the other, whether that's paper Bitcoin through iBit or whether that's actual sats. Every single purchase I make, I don't care if I'm paying my mortgage. I don't care if I'm going to get gas. I don't care if I'm buying groceries. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do buy groceries, I'm going to Instacart, but I'm going to Fold to get the gift card first. So you see, like, I've set up systems that allow me to get sats without changing my life, but I'm not depriving myself. I'm not skipping my bills. So one of the things I do is do DCA. As I mentioned last episode, like dollar cost averaging to me is a cheat code because it helps in the planning. When I start talking about budgeting, and I'm huge on budgeting. If you watch a lot of our content, you'll see as it pertains to real estate, the stock market, whatever it may be, budgeting to me is a crucial part of it. Part of my budget is allocating for sats. So what do, right? I figure out all of my DCAs, whether it's weekly, daily, monthly, because I do have all of those set up. I figure out what that is for, say, 6 months to 12 months out front. And in those accounts, I'll put enough to have, the DCA. But by budgeting that, I can figure it out ahead of time. So I know that, let's make it numbers easy, right? So say I need $1,000 a year for just like my, let's say weekly DCA. I can put that in my budget, figure out what that is, whether that's bi-weekly, weekly, and make sure that money is there. Also, outside of my DCA, I have an account that I like. So River, for instance, right? I'll use the River account and put cash in there. And people say, well, I thought you got away from cash. You're not using cash. The cash I have in River that's creating sats through interest is really my smash buy money, right? I put away money for a smash buy. Now, what do I mean by a smash buy? If there's a huge dip in the price of Bitcoin, right, outside of my DCA, I just want to smash buy some sats. That'll be in my River account, creating interest until I'm ready to smash buy. You know what I'm saying? So, the price drops on Bitcoin and I'm sitting there watching the market. I'm getting excited. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Know what that means? Licking my chops. Come on, bring them to me. Want that?
and then boom, smash buy. Now I have sats at a cheaper price, right? Outside of just my regular DCA, right? So that's what it is, man. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that it's okay to embrace this lifestyle, right? But just think about the fact that you do not want to deprive yourself, right? You do not want to deprive yourself. It's just not, something that I would suggest that you do. I'm reading a book right now, right? As a matter of fact, let me get you the name of the book. The book is called The Richest Woman in America or something like that. It's about Hetty Green, right? And for those who don't know who Hetty Green is, do your Googles. Hetty Green was a multi-millionaire like during the Gilded Age years ago. But she's most known for being just basically a miser, right? So she was so cheap, in fact, that they said that she would reuse bars of soap by just saving little pieces of them and put them together. Although back then she had over $100 million, right? She was so cheap that she was put into the Guinness Book of World Records as being the world's greatest miser, which is insane. There's a story in there about her son needing medical attention and her not wanting to pay like 50 cents for it. So she took him to like some sort of free clinic or whatever. And he ended up losing his leg. Like, that's how cheap she was. Don't be Hetty Green. Don't be Hetty Green. The book is interesting because her skill set, she was an investor. She learned to invest at an early age. This isn't a Hetty Green book review. It's really about Bitcoin. But I'm reading that book right now. I thought it was interesting. And she's a complete miser. So maybe that's why this topic subconsciously like stuck into my head while reading the Reddit post. You know what I mean? Don't be like Hetty Green, right? Just don't be that, right? Now, one of the great things about what I'm talking about and reading that gentleman's post is that Bitcoin is consistently moving forward from a technological standpoint, from a policy standpoint. And one of the things I see happening, if not in 2025, but in the near future, is loans against your Bitcoin. And when I say that, I'm talking about your actual Bitcoin, not just your IBIT that I've talked about in previous episodes, but loans against your Bitcoin. So if you're able to get a loan against your Bitcoin, instead of having to sell your Bitcoin to, you know, take care of whatever you need to take care of, you get a loan against it. You know what I mean? You can maneuver that situation the way you see fit by doing some financial engineering and just borrowing against it to do other things, right? So that's what I see coming down the horizon, which is why I think that it's an exciting time to still get into Bitcoin. I still get the conversations about, man, I'm too late. And then the other conversation, I miss Bitcoin, so I'm doing XRP. You see XRP running. Shout out to all my XRP people. Here's the thing I want you to know. I'm not hating on y'all. I hope y'all get all the money under the sun. I'm just not interested. Do I care about XRP? No, I don't.
No. Fuck no. Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? And lastly, the other thing I want to put into it is because XRP is running, people just want to constantly get online and just try to debate me. Listen, I'm not debating any of you. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
Much success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is.
That's what I want to say. But there's no, I have limited time, right, on this earth. I'm not spending my time debating you. You know what I mean? I've done the research. I've put in the 10,000 hours, right? So there's no need for me to prove myself or try to prove that I'm smarter than the next man. I'm just someone who understands value, and I'm focusing on accumulating what I can accumulate. But I'm not arguing with you dudes, man.
Something very clear to y'all. I will not be proving anything with y'all. I don't care what you think about me. I do not live my life in the prison of other people's opinions, brothers and sisters. I do not live my life in the prison of other people's opinions.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can keep sending me messages. I'm not going to be able to do it. I am not arguing with you guys.
I think you're not going to be able to do it.
Before I get out of here, I just want to say, make sure to check out the Black Wealth Rebels. Go to blackwealthrebels.com. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Also, just check out the YouTube page, Instagram page, and all that, because I'm dropping daily content. I'm not playing no more. Like, my brother Kamari got me inspired, talking about how my voice was needed within this space. So it's not just Stack Sats. I'm dropping daily content. Sometimes it'll be fresh content about Bitcoin. So check my personal page. It's at JW the Blueprint. Go to @BuyTheHood or @The Black Wealth Rebels, all on Instagram, you know, TikTok, all the stuff, you know what I mean? All the YouTubian stuff. With that being said, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Leave me some comments, y'all. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think about this. And yo, let me know if you're going to get that Hetty Green book, man. Maybe we need to start a book club in the Black Wealth Rebels. That's probably what we're going to do, because there's always some great books and great stories that have never been told, man. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Peace.